Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, we will be moving all about in the living room area, almost completing everything, adding in new treasures up above the mantle and below, as well as just throughout the room. I've been unpacking boxes. I've done a little shopping. I will be sharing links to for items that you might want to purchase yourselves. But I'm sorry about my voice. I picked something up. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I had enough energy to get a video out for you all today. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, we're here. It is going to be completed today. For those of you that are new, this has all been a process. I moved into a rental home and I've been doing quite a bit of painting and just updating things around the home so that I can make it cozy. Okay, so as you can see, there's a television screen, right? And there I go again, right? Anyhow, even at the other house, the television drove me nuts being up above my mantle, but not anymore. Oh, I can't wait to share with you. It's everything. Now I don't even mind one little bit this television being up on the mantle. I got a TV frame, a DecoTV frame. So we did purchase during Prime the Samsung picture TV. And I was like, the only way this is happening is if I have my frame. So my husband went and found this company, Deco Frames, and found the most perfect frame for Beverly's mantle. I'm so excited. Now this color is called Tuscan Copper, and it's pretty genius. It just snaps together on these pegs with magnets, and it just stays in place. And that's it. As soon as you line up the pegs, it's finished. The frame is put together. And here it is on top of the television. Okay, what's so great about this? I feel like a little girl in a candy store. Anyhow, what's great is the screen does not have a high glare to it. So it's almost looking like a chalkboard in a sense, right? Right? Help me. Okay. Now this frame, again, it's called Tuscan Copper. My husband did quite a bit of measuring, and we used the tape to, help keep us in the border when hanging up the frame. And it is a super solid piece. We don't have the best of lighting going on here. So this was before I had all of my lighting, this recording. Now I have much more in the home. I had just a little bit when I recorded this part. It's very ornate, very thick, goes with the whole theme I have, with adding the different textures, and then the gold and the aged gold and the copper. Now I know a couple of you have mentioned about, my metals looking different and it really doesn't go well. Actually it does. It goes quite well. Mixing the metals is a wonderful thing because you want to get different hues going, right? Different textures going in your decor. All your metals do not have to match at all. I mean, if you like it that way, that's great, but I just love many different colors. So anyhow, we have a little Bose speaker up front. Told my husband, let's not get too excited. Did not want a super long sound bar up on my mantle. This will work just fine in this small living room. And I chose this I love this. So I went on to, now Samsung, they do give you some pictures, and but I wanted something a little bit different. So I went to Etsy and I found this one. And let me tell you, if I could live like this every day, I would be so happy. Just putting my apron on, going outside, working in the garden, taking care of farm animals, bringing in all the harvested vegetables and making fresh dishes every day, and or picking flowers and spreading them throughout the home in vases and or hanging them to dry. So until I can achieve that, because I will one day, I will just continue to go to a local florist and grab some floral stems out of there, or go into the grocery stores and bring them home and dry them or place them in vases. I can change the image whenever I want to using my little remote control. And I will be decorating underneath the mantle. I'm so excited that this is finally finished. But again, it's just with the remote, a simple click, it turns on the TV. You select your picture that you want up on it. I will link this television and the frame in my description box for those of you that might be interested in taking a look and adding one of these above your mantle. Okay, next up, I have a couple of lamps. I went out thrifting. I have shared these in a previous haul. So for those of you that are new, you have some catching up to do. I have quite a few beautiful decorating hauls before this video, so go check them out. So I placed 2 lamps up. They're very heavy. They have the gold tones, the black. I love decorating with that because it just brings a room together, makes it more warm. But now we have these unsightly cords, right? So I'm having my husband fix that. As you can see to the left where the television went up, he already placed, I don't even know what it's called. It's some sort of plastic molding, whatever, that hides your cord. So I will have him put that up before the end of this video. But now I have something special to share, because you can see I have 2 little stands here. So let's see what it's going to be. Well, my bee plaques, of course. So these are the smaller bee plaques. They can be found at robinkingdesigns.com. I have many of her patterns here. Make sure when you visit Robin that you mention the little blue fly. She will make sure to give you a kind discount. So in the coupon box, put the little blue fly. And when you go to her site, she will not disappoint. Not even a little bit. Her designs are absolutely delicious for the home. And the back, she does date them, the year that you purchased. And this was in 22. And all her attention to detail is everything. These are original. They are her own designs. They are vintage inspired, so she uses a crackling to give that aged look and feel. She uses acrylic gold to go around the edges and adds the sweetest little whimsical or whimsy dots. And they would look really good even if I put it on the brick. If I had like 3 of them going across, that would look kind of cute. But for today, we are putting them up in holders. The one to the left, that is an older one that was offered many years ago. Her new design is the one to the right, and I absolutely love it. Because with the garden, every garden needs bees to bloom. So I thought, how perfect to place them up here. Now we're going, I had more books delivered, Jane Austen, and I want to share the outside covers with you because they're so beautiful. Down below, you see that it is from Cranford Collection. These did come from the UK. I was a bit nervous because I didn't know if they were going to be printed in English. But I went ahead. At first, I emailed them, and I didn't get any response. And me just being impatient Inga, okay, I had to go ahead and just order them. So I did. They came in, and they're in English, every one of them. And I just, again, want to share the front covers and the side. They're so beautiful, and I will be getting more as well. So again, it is the Cranford Collection. I found 4 of them at Books A Million, but that's all they had was 4. So I had to go to their site to purchase some more. But I still have quite a few to get. They got here in about 11 days. So back over here in the little book nook, okay, things are changing all around the house. Just, I have some people, well, this doesn't match, that doesn't match. Okay, I get that. I really, really get that. But this is all a process. And I'm taking you all, raw footage, taking you all on the whole process, through the whole process of me doing this, not liking it, switching it, trying something else. Oh, sorry. This cough is horrible. But I'm going to add in some more books inside this little book nook. But first, I took the 2 pictures off the wall here, and I wanted to move the bunnies up over this, or up over my books, because I just felt it just really feels more magical being there. And I have a couple sconces, metal sconces. This is when I go out doing my vintage thrifting. I find different pieces. Love going to the thrift stores because we find the best deals. They're amazing. Or even Facebook Marketplace. It's when we go into the antique stores, those get us. But every now and then, we can get a good deal. So what I need now for these, I do not have them today, but I will be putting in battery-operated taper candles. So I'm going to look for a really nice pair to place inside of these sconces. And then I added in the books. I couldn't be more in love with how this corner is evolving. All the different colors and the textures, the warmth, and then the richness, and I'm going to enjoy this corner quite a bit. I did share these in a previous haul. I purchased these from a storefront called French Bleu. She is in Apex, North Carolina, and I'm telling you all, if you can visit her, you must. Her storefront is, it's exquisite. That's just the perfect word. So I thought, okay, let's place some glass up here on top, antique, on top of the book, because it just works well with the woods and the metals to bring in that vintage look and feel. Okay, here we have 3 pictures. I don't want to hear it's not balanced, it's not right. I don't want to hear anything like that. I'm just going to ignore you if you leave me a message. It's all going to come together. I promise. I promise. Okay. Well, and I do have a couple pictures that are at my storage that I'm going to bring home because this wall, I want it to reflect my childhood. Everything that always made me, happy. And that, of course, is the bunny rabbits, the nature of things. I was always outside in nature. And soon you will see what else I will put up here. It will more than likely be in the next video because we have the kitchen to get into. Okay, I have this antique wooden candle holder or stand. This was gifted to me when I made a purchase from a party in New Jersey. I couldn't be more thankful because it's such a beautiful piece. And to receive something like this that is so ornate for free, I mean, that's the best. And on top, I added a rosy ring candle. It is in the citron scent. Rosy rings, they stopped making the citron, and I do love that for candle scent. Then I have this old sewing box that was purchased from an antique store when I was in Virginia. And you can tell that they took it off, probably using oven cleaner because of the whites. And I will get to that sometime to get that white residue off. But for now, it will stay there. I have a terracotta pot that I purchased from Merrifield Garden. I love everything about terracotta in a home. Everything about pots, my moss pots, my terracotta pots. Now this one used to be in my sunroom. I don't know... you remember those big, tall copper towers I have that have the glass cloches. I put these inside there with my ivy. And here is another Robin King design. This is her large plaque. And this is her Canada Goose in the... It's like a aged, it's like a gray-green, this color, but she also has a blue, but I felt like working with this color today. And again, the back, she does sign them and the year that it was purchased. And again, this is her Canada Goose in the green. She does have a blue as well. It just gives all the French country, even English and the old world feel, just the cottage. Can never go wrong bringing a goose or two in the home. So I decided to place that down at the bottom to sort of bring it up to us, right? Sometimes the bottoms of things get ignored, so I'm just sort of bringing some life to the bottom. And the cart was purchased from Home Depot. I do have a link in my description box for this cart. And I'm going to add in the terracotta pot a real ivy topiary. Love the needlepoint ivy. So I will have more real plants in my home along with faux. I love mixing both of them together. And look how much life, just adding that one bit of greenery. It just, right? Ta-da! I still have another one that I will be bringing in. I let them sit outside for a little while and go out there and play with the birds and the squirrels and all the different animal life that we have going on over here. Okay, I have this, I believe it's, well, I know it's vintage. It's a gold vintage, what, do you call them letter holders? I'm not quite sure. But there are a couple different spaces, and I like the little dish up at front. I'm still looking for my small watch faces. They would look really cute up front. But I'm not going to use it for letters today. I'm going to use it for something else because it's all about being creative in the home. And you'll see here that I'm going to use a picture. It's very, very moody. I recently picked this up at a booth at the Painted Tree. I think it's called Painted Tree Boutiques. There's a few of them sprinkled about. and placed it inside of the letter holder. Instead of using a stand, I thought, well, let's get creative. And, you know, if it's going to hold something, I'm going to put something in there. Sort of like with my dishes. I did the same thing in last video in a magazine holder. Now we're going to work with a little bit of faux. This was purchased at the Painted Tree as well when I went there. A wonderful booth was there. And it is, again, faux, and it's a seeded eucalyptus wreath. And in the heart shape, because again, we don't always have to use hearts for Valentine's Day. They're fabulous, very old world in decorating. So I will be adding more of the heart shape into the house. This is so full, so lush. I paid $59 for this, and it's worth every penny of $59. Now in the back, you see there's a grapevine wreath. This one, look how clean it is. The one up at top, it's just a mess, right? And that's just what grapevines look like. And I love that look too. But I like how this wreath is so clean. The attention to detail is amazing. I don't have glue pieces everywhere. And again, now this was found at the Painted Tree. And I'm so happy to have brought this home. Seeded eucalyptus heart wreath. And the brown velvet really helps bring it to that natural look and feel. Different ribbons can be added, but I really like the touch of this brown velvet on this seeded eucalyptus wreath. Loved it so much, I decided to hang it from the corner of my cart. Nice filler, brings in a completely different color of green with the seeding going on, the velvet ribbon. I mean, who doesn't love velvet, right, in their decor? It's pretty everything. And then I have the real ivy going on in the back. So just know, those of you that love real plants, you can even mix in the faux. And it would just look gorgeous. Now, I just recently unpacked some of my books, some of my vintage books. So I decided that this cart, I wanted it to also be a bit of a vintage book cart. So we will be adding in some books. I have the complete works of Charles Dickens. Took me quite some time to find these. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you know I was really looking for books. So I just added them on the middle shelf and then down on the bottom and then on the sides as well. It doesn't matter if you can't see them from up front. You can see other books. But I want to make sure from every angle that the cart looks decorated. And again, I wanted to have a book cart look and feel with greenery. So I'm just panning, pulling out a little bit so that you can see everything that's going on here. Everything's starting to come to life. I love my bunny picture being up over the book nook. More will be added in there. It's all a process. I'm just going to keep unpacking. I did find my remote control box. It's over there on the little yellow floral chest. I was hoping to have so much more accomplished, but I just picked up some sort of ick from somewhere. I unpacked some more decorating books, so I just wanted to share them. I have the Shabby Chic. All of these were purchased from, I believe it was called Savers. It is a secondhand store in the Virginia area. There's just a few, different types of decorating books. Who doesn't love country decorating? I love country everything. And then dried flowers, because I do plan on starting to work with dry flowers. And I know I've been saying this for some time, but I love putting together dry floral arrangements. So I'm just going to work them all throughout the shelf. So I have those all plucked in there for now. We'll work with the bottom a little bit later. My husband went ahead and just the little switch is showing. He covered up all of the cord. The bottom part of the brick, of course, it's been painted. But I want to make sure to stress, all this over to the right, that's going to be next video. We are going to finish the wall, the table, the door is going to be done. And we'll see what else I can get into and bring into the home. Now, the molding that went over the cord, that will not be painted by the end of today's video. But next video, it will be painted. It won't be standing out so much. But at least we got the cords covered. Nothing worse than just a hanging cord. Whatever. I can be so picky sometimes. Okay, so the floral over here on the floor, just recently purchased from Pottery Barn. And I will be adding it over here on the right-hand side, inside of my antique floral market basket. And I will be adding other items over to the left as well. But I wanted to make sure that I had a good amount of different types of wickers displayed here on the fireplace and around it. So to speak just a little bit on these large, and they are large stems. They are oak leaves. And again, they did come from Pottery Barn. They can be kind of costly because, you know, come on, it's Pottery Barn. But anyhow, they are quality. And if you take care of them right, they will last you a long time. You get what you pay for, everyone, and that is the truth. So just a little short story here. When I first took my husband to Mariposa County, this is in California, they have old oak trees everywhere, and the branches, they just sort of curve, and because they're so old and go this way and that way, and they scared him. He said that they just didn't look normal. They didn't look right. It just sort of reminded him of like some sort of haunted place. But when you're raised around oak trees, they're just beautiful. So I placed both stems in here. That is about to change because I do want to add something else coming out of the basket. It will not happen today, but in the near future, it will. And now I just have these little command hooks that I have placed here and there. And I want to add in some baskets. Because I know you all have been hearing me say, I need more baskets. I need more baskets. And I just want to have an abundance of them around the home. As far as cleaning them, super easy. Just get a furniture spray or a wood spray, spray it and wipe them. There's nothing hard about keeping a basket clean. Dust is dust. It comes and goes, right? So anyhow, I use the, oh goodness, don't get me to tell a lie. I'll have to find it. I'll share it in time. The spray that I use to clean my baskets. It can be purchased at almost every store. This one right here is going to be our s'mores basket. So during the winter months, I'm just simply going to take this one down, fill it with the marshmallows, the chocolate, the graham crackers, whatever candies. And we're going to make s'mores by the fireplace. Again, everything has to be functional here because it's so small. So they're not just going to be hanging baskets, but the one at the bottom will be a s'mores basket, and no telling what the other ones are going to do. But I'm loving this look. And the green and the backdrop. Now now I did take out one stem from the flower basket because sometimes just one stem is all that is needed, right? So I'll find some place for the other oak leaf stem. But for those of you that enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. They always inspire me. You can follow me on Instagram as well and Facebook at The Little Blue Fly. And I look forward to our next adventure.